Today, you are going to hear from some of our Empower Youth Leadership students on their experiences that they've had in the program and how it's helped them, why they think that other students should apply and consider joining. It continues to be one of the most, if not the most, impactful program that I get to do at Flint Energies. Getting to know these young adults and hearing about their dreams and aspirations, learning about their hearts and what gets them excited and how much love they have for other people, their communities, and the future is just really inspiring and fills me with a lot of hope and encouragement for our future. I hope that you will give this podcast a listen and share it with a student in Central or Southwest Georgia, in Crawford, Macon, Marion, Peach, Schley, Talbot, or Taylor County, and encourage them to join. Applications always open at the beginning of the year for sophomores. This program is for juniors. In the show notes, you will find more information about the Empower program. You can click on the link and watch a video, and it will also have my contact information if you need to reach out and learn more. I hope you enjoy what our kids have to say. A production of Flint Energies, your local touch-tone energy cooperative. Front Porch Chats brings you along while we discuss interesting events, people in history, programs, and hidden gems located in Central and Southwest Georgia. Grab a glass of iced tea while we chat for a spell. I'm your host, Natalie Bradley, and today I'm here with some fantastic students from Macon County High School who are in our Empower program. First, I'm going to interview Jeremiah Walker. He was actually in our program as a junior last year, so that would be school year 2023-2024, and he's returned this year as a mentor for this year's class of Empower students. And Jeremiah also went on our Washington Youth Tour. So I've invited him to come and talk about his experience and what he got out of that and how it's helped him. So welcome, Jeremiah.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah, and I just wanted to say that I'm happy to be talking with you all today. And I just want to start off saying that as a senior, I have big plans going forward after high school. Currently, I plan on becoming an agricultural engineer at Fort Valley State University. I have already been accepted for the fall
Yay!
2025 term.
Awesome. That is very exciting, and that is something that we desperately need in this area too. So we know you're going to do well. Let's talk about Washington Youth Tour and what made you even want to apply for the program last year.
Okay, so I applied for the youth tour because I had a friend who had actually been on the youth tour before. And then other people around me had told me that it would be a fun experience to go on and just that it would be amazing for me overall. So I decided to take the chance and put forth the effort to apply.
Were you nervous?
Very nervous.
What did you have to do? If you'll share, what was the process like?
First, I had to write a kind of short essay
Mm-hmm.
to describe things about the Empower group.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you had to go to a kind of quiz round
Mm-hmm.
to answer the quiz. It was things about Flint Energies. And then after that, once you were selected, you had to go through interviews to determine who was going to actually go on the trip. And I made it through all the rounds.
Yes. And everybody loved talking to you and getting to know you. What did you get out of Washington Youth Tour for yourself? How did it help you? What did you learn? What were your favorite things? Anything you want to share?
I got a lot of good memories, experience, and connection with different people because I met people from other schools that were also on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
We all had fun. We talked. We were just playing around a lot of the time, and I actually see some of them today. Whenever I'm still out and about, I actually see some of them. We still talk online sometimes. So I say that we all became pretty good friends after that. And
where did you meet them from? Like all around the state, the
all
country?
around the state.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so that was your core group that you really got to know, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part definitely was the riverboat cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best part.
What did you love so much about that?
Pretty much everybody was just there hanging out, having fun, talking, playing around.
Mm-hmm.
we all, everybody still made sure that we were following the rules, no running around
Right.
everywhere, because a lot of people can't swim, myself included. So
Oh
I did
gosh,
not want to
yes.
be in the water, so
That
I had
would
to
be a
make
little
sure I
nerve
stayed
wracking.
on the
Yeah.
boat. But yeah, and then we also went down the river next to the airport, so we saw
Oh
planes
yeah.
landing and taking off almost the whole time.
Yeah.
So
I've
we
been
got
on
some
that
nice
one.
pictures out of that one.
Yes, that's a little freaky though when they get really close.
One of my favorite pictures I got out of that was one with a plane flying directly in front of the sun. So
Yes,
yeah,
that's
that was
cool.
a good picture that I
That's
got out of that
awesome.
one.
That is awesome. So, what advice do you have for students that are maybe thinking about doing it, but they're nervous that they won't get in? What would you tell them?
I would say don't doubt yourself, because I had originally doubted myself too. But just make sure you put forth the effort to apply and just attempt, because if you don't attempt, then you already have no chance.
That's right.
But at least if you try, then you do have a chance.
Absolutely. That's awesome advice. And even as an adult, I tell people get comfortable being uncomfortable because that's where you're going to grow. So, we're real proud of you and we're going to keep cheering for you, Jeremiah. Is there anything else you wanted to say, or you feel like that covers everything?
I kind of feel like that covers
Okay.
everything. I just want to let everybody know that just please apply, take the chance, because it's going to be a great experience for you. Lifelong memories.
So I'm going to let these students tell you their names so that you can kind of put a voice with the name. And then we're going to jump right into what they've enjoyed about Empower and what they've gotten out of it. And I know that you'll fall in love with them just like we have.
Hi, my name is Angelina, and I'm from Macon County High School.
Hi, my name is Michelle Reyes.
Hi, I'm Terrence Carter from the Macon County High School.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah from the Macon County High School.
Hello, I'm Dulcie from Macon County High School.
Hello, my name is Egypt Jackson. I'm from Macon County High School.
Awesome. Okay, so what was your favorite program in Empower? So people listening may not realize, but we have a different theme each month, and we take you guys out beyond the counties where you live, and you experience different things, meet different people. And so they have no idea what you guys have learned. This is brand new to them. So what's your favorite program so far in Empower? Who wants to go first?
My favorite program that we went on was when we visited the Little House in Warm Springs. It was a different experience to learn more new things. We got a little more experience than what the normal people would get, and I enjoyed it.
What did you enjoy so much about it?
Just learning facts, seeing the antiques there from the times, seeing the actual house that he stayed in, and seeing how it was arranged.
It's kind of wild that we had a president that close, right? Yeah. And did a lot for our community.
Yeah.
Maybe we wouldn't have power still. I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
My favorite part was when we went to Lane's because we got to eat. We got to eat some good food, and their ice cream was really good.
It was good.
I like when we walked through and like we seen like that different things growing. And then we went to see the new building and stuff they were building. I thought it was really cool because it was so big.
Yeah.
And then how they said that it can like stand up to like a 100-mile winds and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really like basically unbreakable.
It was
like,
really cool.
They said it can stand any storms. Like the power will never go out.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought that was cool. And then we also went to Buc-ee's after. And I really like
y'all did? Yes. Oh, that's right. That's right. Mr. Perry texted me and he was like, somebody needs to use the restroom, and I was like, it could be a good excuse to go to Buc-ee's. So that's always a fun trip. And that actually, I learned a lot of new things because I had never seen how they got the pecans out of the trees. I had no idea.
Cool.
Yeah,
so funny how they just.
It was really. I wanted to really like be in charge of the car. Like it looked like a fun game.
Every time we pass, like going to Perry, like it's always a little machine sitting out there, and I would always tell my mom them like that's the thing that they shook the tree with.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're like I can educate you. And then when you go to Lane's, you need to make sure you tell them, hey, I've been here before.
I've been telling them everything.
Good. All right, what did y'all want to say?
I also liked the little White House because it was fun to see like the building still standing to this day. And it was fun seeing like all the things inside that many people wouldn't get a chance to see. It was fun seeing like the little teacups and pots and things that he had back in his time that was still in there. I also enjoyed the little separate rooms that they were like on the other sides, that they had like the bed and the little toilets and all the
Everything was
things.
tiny.
Yeah, it was very
compared to
tiny.
what we have today.
Especially like one of them had like you had to walk up the stairs, and it was like you had to creep down.
Oh, that was in the servants' quarters,
Yes,
right?
like I hated. I almost hit my head. and
Yeah,
stuff.
that was crazy. And there was like a married couple that lived in there, and they didn't kill each other, so that's a miracle. Yeah.
But it was mostly fun to like see everything there.
Yeah, that was very educational. Dulcie, did you want to say something?
My favorite, I think, is the same as Aaliyah's, Lane Orchards.
Mhm.
We went on that day. We went to a lot of places and we saw a lot of things, especially with the first program at the Fort Valley State University. It was a fun experience.
Yeah, so you enjoyed like the school system talking to us about economic development and how that plays
the program at the beginning. They asked us a lot of questions, and then we teamed together with our majors that we wanted to do. So I got to talk to other people with like-minded things that I wanted to do in college.
Yeah, I liked how they did that. It was very interactive.
All I also had to say was going to the pecan orchard as well. I felt like a lot of people really didn't know what those machines were. I mean, personally, I've worked in pecan orchards before.
Oh, cool. Have you driven the car, though?
No.
Okay. You're going to be my new, like, role model.
No, I haven't. I don't know. I just find it real fascinating how so many people don't know all this type of stuff and everything. And I really enjoy the food they gave us there. I enjoyed the whole tour, and especially when we went to the building.
Like behind like the processing plant? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and when we went in there, like everything was just so big. It was just so fascinating to me, and I kind of got a little scared because I'm not sure what the phobia is called, but like when like big giant stuff and everything, you get kind of anxious.
Yeah.
But no, it was really nice to see that up in person, and I got to meet a lot of new people.
You don't realize how big their operation is, I don't think, until like you see kind of behind the scenes. Yeah, because I didn't realize, like I knew they did a lot of business, but seeing the warehouse and like you kind of see a glimpse of it from the road, but like it goes really far back there.
Yeah, I never expected it to be
it's
that
huge,
big.
and it was really loud.
Yes, it's really
And
loud.
I was always wondering like how did they get the pecans out of the trunk, and like when I seen they let them through the bottom, I thought it was so cool because every time I see it, I'm like, how they get all the pecans out the trunk?
It was
just
pretty genius. Now, is that the kind of stuff you want to invent?
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. All right. Our agricultural engineer over here. Did you want to share one? What was your favorite?
My favorite was the first trip we went was to Reynolds, the headquarters.
Yeah.
I was a little scared because like I didn't know it was gonna get separated.
Yes. We don't tell you that on purpose.
I realized I had seen my name on the phone, so I sat down. I said by these young ladies. They were so friendly. I was gonna become friends. It was like 4 of us in total. And then I made friends with 2 of them. I couldn't make a friend with the other one because she just disappeared. I don't know what she went at. So we did that like y'all had gave us like the report of the test we did, and I found out that the 5 top things, I don't remember the name of this one, but it was one of them, is like where you like meeting new people and talking all those things. And there was a very few people that had it actually in the top 5. There was like around 5 of us, I think. I was looking everywhere.
Woo, winning others over.
Woo, there you go.
Yes.
I was looking for it, and very few people had it. And I was like, probably like, a lot of people don't like meeting new people, socializing, like for like, talking a lot and everything. Personally, I love talking a lot, making new friends, and meeting new people. And that's it.
Awesome. That's one of my top ones too. So we're going to come back to our last session in March, and we're going to do more with that program. So I think you'll enjoy that because we're going to go like really deep. So you guys cannot be sick that day because that's like everybody's favorite. Like we're going to go really, really deep.
When we went to the headquarters, I was so scared.
Why?
I don't know. I just felt, and I feel like I wasn't supposed to be there. Like I don't know why. I just felt uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable.
What? Like you just felt uncomfortable more than anything?
But like as more like the day went on, we started talking to people, and like more trips that we went on, I started to feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
and it's really fun. I like when we have trips.
All right, so when you guys say you felt like you weren't supposed to be there at first, like what do you mean?
Cause we were late. Everybody was sitting down.
I sat in the wrong seat and everything. I was
I don't remember that.
I was trying to sit down because I thought I don't know what I was
You're like,
doing.
please don't look at me. Well, it's hard when you guys haven't met any of the other kids, and we had a lot in the program this year. And then if you guys are late, I know that it makes you feel like you're under a microscope and everybody's staring at you as you're walking in and trying to figure out where to go. So I'm sorry that was stressful. A lot of people were late that day because we had a lot of weird school issues going on. So we just kind of had to roll with it and make it work. That's really funny. It's interesting to hear your perspectives. Okay, so what have you gotten from this program? Being a part of Empower, how has it helped you? How has it helped maybe prepare you for the next part of, finishing up your high school career and thinking about what's next after high school?
To be honest, the first field trip we had to the headquarters, we learned a lot about ourselves because we took the survey.
The Clifton Strengths Assessment.
Yes. That was a fun survey to me too. And so after we did it, I read everything that we had for the packet, and it showed us everything, what each word meant, and like all the subtext, and it was basically just describing you.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff that I didn't think was about me, but it also at the same time was about me.
Yeah.
You just have to sometimes you have to be self-aware, and it was a really good thing to learn about myself.
Well, and again, that March program, it's going to tie together more all those paragraphs that you're reading. Arena's so awesome, and she's going to go deep dive into how to have that help you on your next step. So that's everybody's favorite every time we do Clifton Strengths. So I love it too as an adult going through it.
One thing that I've gotten from this program and still kind of learning to this day is come out of my shell and kind of talk to people more, because I know eventually in college or afterlife I'm going to have to talk to people to know what I want to do. And mostly when we first started back at the headquarters, I was very nervous to meet new people. I always wanted to stay with my crew, which was from Macon County, because it was hard to be around people that I'm not used to or not comfortable with. But over time, after a couple field trips, it was kind of fun, and it felt good to be around people that I didn't know was good.
Yeah. It gets more comfortable being uncomfortable. I love that. Yay. And it's good to get out of your safety net group, because when you guys leave Macon County High School, wherever you decide to go, unless you literally stay here with the same group of people, everybody's going to be fresh. So it's good practice, right? Yeah. When you go in for interviews, when you get a new job, all that stuff, I feel like it's the same thing. But once you practice doing it over and over again, it's not as scary the next time.
I learned to come out of my shell, and then some of the people there, I see them at basketball games. I play basketball, and some of them play basketball too. So every time we're at the game, I'll be like, Mom, they go to the same empowerment group as me. And it's just really cool. And then when you see them out and you know them from the group, I think it's cool, because some people might not know them, but I can say I know them because I go to a group.
That's awesome. And it's kind of interesting, with y'all's generation, I have a high school student at home. My child is 17 and she's graduating this year. And it's weird because if you don't know each other well as teenagers, y'all don't talk to each other. It's you'll text each other or DM each other all day long, comment, but in real life it's
so shy.
Yeah, it's so weird. I'm go talk to that person. She's like, no, don't see nose reads. It's different. It's different from how I grew up. And of course, I'm not afraid to look stupid, so I'll talk to anybody, even if they're obviously not wanting to talk to me back.
This is my mom was so bad.
So and my child's like, oh my God, how can you do that? But I think that it's a different generation. I mean, you guys have just grown up on a digital device, and it's different. You have to learn how to communicate with human beings more than we did. My generation has to learn how to communicate better with devices. So they're the ones that are usually getting into trouble on Facebook right now. So y'all have seen it, It's bad. Yes. What do you want to say?
From the program, I learned communication and how to present myself, because with Macon County, it's a small school system, so you see the same people. But with the program, it gave me the chance to experience being around more people, and with more people that think like you, that is different.
Yeah. That's a really good thing to say.
I would have to say it would be the same like Egypt and Aaliyah. I would say it would be the same as them, coming out of my shell and everything. I mean, I used to have a big group of friends in ninth grade, but slowly we just outgrew each other and we got into our own friend groups or whatever. And I think after that, like, I wouldn't say I was scared to make new friends or anything. It's just, I don't know, I didn't really see a point into it. But once I had got into this program and everything, we went on all these field trips, I got to meet new people and everything. I felt like, why don't I just try it again? Like, even try to reconnect and, rekindle my old friendships with my people from this school now. But I made a lot of friends, started to communicate more.
That's very mature. And that happens too. Like with people, you grow apart but that's not to say that anybody did anything wrong. Like you can come back together and be friends and learn from each other in a different way.
Yeah.
I would say I was a little nervous, but then I'm used to like meeting a lot of new people. But I was a little nervous because I don't really talk to. Well, I do talk to people like that, but at the same time I don't, right? Like I get nervous once in a while, but then it showed me like I should not get nervous at all because I'm used to it. So like, why am I nervous, right? So I don't see no point in it. But then I started talking to people, and then we had to take that picture that day. I didn't want to be in the front, but hey, it was
Nobody wanted to be in the front.
It was this girl. She said, I was like, if I go, you go with me. So we went up together and we started talking to people behind me and everything. So I met a lot of nice people. Everyone there was nice, friendly. They was kind. So I had a nice time.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like it made me more mature. Like I feel so much more.
How so? Tell us.
Like how our uniforms, like we wear the collared shirts and the jackets over it. I feel so professional.
Oh, good. Yay. We want you to feel good about yourself. So that's awesome. And I think because you're uncomfortable being mixed with a big group of people, sometimes when you look similar, in your outfit, it's like, okay, we're different. I may not know these people really well yet, but we all are part of a team that's bigger. And I think it helps comfort on some level. Even if you don't realize that it's comforting, it's just kind of like in the back of your mind. What struggles did you have coming into the program? All right. So like what things were maybe an obstacle for you or a frustration for you? What made you nervous? What did you feel like was holding you back? Those kind of things, or anything that I didn't mention that you want to share?
I'll go first. Coming into the program, the things that really had me nervous was just meeting new people, introducing myself, and trying to start a conversation with people that I haven't never met before.
Yeah.
That was my biggest anxiety.
Yes. That's hard for adults too, especially if you're an introvert. That's terrifying. That's a really big thing to learn at a young age. All right. Who wants to go next?
The struggle I feel like I had was really starting conversations with people because it was just like weird. Like, what am I supposed to say?
How do I make small talk?
Yeah, like, because I never really had to do it until like I was in the group. So it was kind of hard.
It's texting versus real life. Yeah. It's like, it's the skills that you don't realize are missing until you get out there. So that's awesome that you guys are even aware like that's an issue.
It really made me realize that.
I feel like small talk is like, it can be like an art in and of itself. Like, okay, how do I make a connection with somebody? How do I find out what we have in common? And a lot of times it's asking something about that other person. Hey, I like your shoes. Where'd you get those? Or you just find something to compliment them about, and it makes people's guard fall. They're immediately like, oh, okay, you're not scary. You're really nice.
Yeah, because when we take the picture, like we had to write what we were, and then we took the pictures, and the shoes I had on, they like kind of matched the outfit. Yes. And the lady was like, your shoes match it. And I was like, okay, this is kind of, it's kind of, I'm not really scared anymore.
Yes. Yeah. That's right. You guys held the sign of like what you wanted to study or what you want to do. Yeah. Who wants to go next?
A struggle coming into this program was mostly small talk and also speaking up, because being a leader, you're going to have to speak up and say your point on things that people may not agree with. And another was, I think it was the same day when we mixed match, like every school, like we introduced ourselves, and it was like hard for me to talk to people that I really don't know. It was like really awkward.
Yeah.
And
I think you guys did you have to share something? Like
it was like questions. It was questions on the board that we had to ask each other, and it was like,
oh, that's right. Like, yes.
Yeah, it was like really awkward, but some of them, they was like kind of matching my energy as well, but most was like they were nervous as I was.
Yes, and which is comforting on some weird level.
Yeah,
because you're like, okay, I'm not
the only one.
Yeah. Like everybody's a little awkward, so now we can be awkward together. This is fun. Okay. Dulcie, do you want to go?
To be honest, there wasn't like really a big struggle for me. I feel like I always feel that way because I choose to talk to people who I want to talk to. So I was careful. I'm always careful about that. And then I'm already like in FBLA, so I meet on a basis like a lot more people and a lot bigger group.
Yeah.
And we're all like very different, but at the same time we're all the same.
Yeah.
It's like a certain set of people that you know that we're on the same wavelength. So like when
programs like that are very important, I feel like. Yeah.
So when I talk to people, it was like, I'm in a small conversation all the time. So I think the biggest struggle, to be honest, was like just doing it all over again.
Yes. And each month we get together, I feel like the first 30 minutes, everybody like is awkward all over again. And then they're like, oh yeah, I know you. Let's be friends. Everything's fine. We're cool. I had to make that joke in Macon because they wouldn't ask questions. And I was like, it's fine. Once we get past 30 minutes, they'll be totally fine. And everybody, like all the students looked at me like, you just outed us. And the speakers were like, oh, okay. And then it was like minute 31. Like it was almost like I could time it. And then all of a sudden, like all the questions. And I was like, what did I say? It was just 30 minutes. Just let them wake up and remember that this is a safe place. There's a lot of pluses, I feel like, to growing up in a small community. There can be a lot of support a lot of times. There can be a lot of help with, and I guess like comfort and being around the same people that you've always known. But then also it can be almost like something that holds you back because you're not used to mixing and mingling. You don't even realize that you might need to be open to friendships and making connections with new people because you're like, no, I'm good. I've known these people since the beginning of time. And so I'm glad that you guys have really experienced different things that, the program, I feel like we want to present things that are very obvious that we're introducing you to and we want you to experience. But then there's a lot of other things like you guys have all mentioned that are byproducts that come out of the program. And to be honest, those are the more important things that I feel like you learn than just economic development and tourism and the Little White House. And even those are fun trips, you guys have to learn these skills that you're learning. So that's awesome that you guys are learning it. I hope you guys will keep applying for things. And then next year, you got scholarships that you can apply for. And you guys need to think about, like, do you want to be a mentor next year like Jeremiah was? And you get to do a little small speech for your group and get them to vote for you if you want to come back next year. All right, is there anything else that we didn't talk about today that popped up and you just really want people to know about Empower?
I think that it'll also make you realize, like, not how close you are with the people at your school that are also in the group. Because, like, when we first went to the headquarters, like, and we walked in, like, I never really talked to them as much as I do now since we've been in the Power group. And like when we got there, I didn't want to leave them.
That's awesome. So you guys are all in different friend groups for the most part?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then when we got there, I was like, I don't want to leave. I came with them. I don't want to leave.
Oh, that's great. So it makes your own new friend group.
I feel like it was a natural instinct. Just
Yeah.
go from the same.
We talked to on that day. I feel like I talked to them like a lot more than I would on a regular day.
Yeah, that's great. Well, good. We're excited to have you guys in the program and graduating from the program soon. And we can't wait to see what is next for each of you. Y'all are also smart and bright and wonderful. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please give us a 5-star review. It really does help us get this information out to more people about what's going on in Central and Southwest Georgia. Also, share this podcast on social media with your friends and family because it helps get more eyes and ears on what we have going on in our fabulous communities. Thank you.